Ladies and gentlemen, dare I say it, La Liga could be over after today's shock result. Real Madrid has just lost to Valencia at home. We're talking once again, Real Madrid has lost to Valencia at home. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today, I just simply had to talk about this. I just had to talk about this shocking result between Real Madrid and Valencia, because I was not expecting Real Madrid to lose points, particularly in their, in the cusp of their game against Arsenal in the Champions League. I think this is a shock to absolutely everyone, to culés, to Madridistas, to football fans out there, because La Liga could be under wraps for Barcelona now moving forward. We take a look at the table right now on screen, as you can see, and you will see that Real Madrid now are with 63 points, which of course they were before now, but Barcelona play today in a few hours time against Real Betis. And if Barcelona beat Real Betis at home, which Barcelona play, then they will be able to be 6 points on front of Real Madrid, still with El Clásico to go. That means that for me, La Liga is almost over. It's 8 matches to go, and I think that Barcelona, with the way that they're playing right now, they should be able to handle it. I think this game against Real Betis now has just gotten a lot more important. The pressure has increased. I think I want to see how these players move forward. I do not expect Hansi Flick to make any rotations to change because of what happened between Valencia and Real Madrid. But I'm just, honestly, I'm quite surprised with Real Madrid, because Carlo Ancelotti was mentioning, a few weeks ago, was kind of gaslighting the fans, was saying that Real Madrid were not playing good, that they were just kind of scraping by. And I don't know if that's a sort of message that you need to have from your manager, trying to that's a message that you want your manager to inspire your players, right? Particularly when you're approaching this stretch of the season. Let's remember, Real Madrid are still in for the treble. I mean, when you're coming in before this match day, they're 3 points from the top of La Liga. They're in the quarterfinals against an accessible team in Arsenal, in my opinion. And then you're facing off against Barcelona in a one-off game for the Copa del Rey final. So you're still in the possibilities to win a treble. I mean, they still are at the moment as I'm recording this video. So certainly Ancelotti needs to rile up his troops, and for me, demotivating them is not the way to let's say, take them out. Certainly a big point of this game, and maybe while I haven't seen the press conferences of the game so far, or what are the sort of statements of Ancelotti after this game, but I just wanted to mention certainly that for me, one key aspect that Real Madrid fans, or basically the team, is going to hide behind is their goalkeeper situation, because Lunin is going to be the main starting goalkeeper, at least for the next two games. And that is something that, because of Courtois being out, then they had to save up Lunin, who also had a knock in the last game. So Lunin had to be sort of preserved for the game against Arsenal, which is a much more important game. And they decided to go with their backup goalkeeper in Fran Gonzalez. So the third choice goalkeeper here. Let's take a look at the starting 11s right now, which is quite surprising. Once again, for me, you look at this team and it's quite a top-notch team, right? You take a look at Fran Gonzalez, which is the goalkeeper there. You have Lucas Vázquez, Tchouaméni, Rudiger, Fran Garcia, I was gonna say Ernesto Valverde, Federico Valverde, Luka Modric, Vinicius, Bellingham, Brahim Diaz, and Kylian Mbappé. Whilst Valencia went off with Mamardashvili, they went with Vázquez, Diakabi, Tarrega, Mosquera, Max Aarons, what a move from him, ex-Bournemouth, ex-Norwich player, Fran Lopez, Javi Guerra, Barrenechea, Almeida, and Umar Sadiq, ex-Real Sociedad player. So, of course, Valencia are a much weaker side. You can see that they were lining up with this back five, and I think that that's precisely how the entirety of the game went. Because when you take a look at this, and you don't need to watch the lineup to understand probably who was the man of the match. The man of the match was 100% Georgi Mamardashvili. Mamardashvili, the Georgian goalkeeper, was out of this world. He, after Valencia even scored the last minute winner, which they scored in the 95th minute. You can see right there. You can see they won in the 95th minute. Mamardashvili put in incredible saves. Let me see if I can put out the stats of this performance, because I think he had, 8 saves. 8 saves from the goalkeeper. That's outstanding. I'll try to put on some highlights maybe after. I comment a little bit, but he was out of this world, really. He's going to be moving to Liverpool, and I have no idea what Liverpool are going to be doing with him and Alisson. Really, it doesn't make any sense. Having two goalkeepers of this stature, they're really that good. But as you can see here from the momentum chart, it's all Real Madrid. It's all Real Madrid. Look at the expected goals from Valencia. It's literally negative. It's negative. I mean, it's below 1. It's below 1. I mean, they are approaching 1. The game should have ended maybe with Valencia with maybe chasing that 1 goal. But you can see that Real Madrid, look at the number of shots, look at the number of expected goals, and look at how high the momentum shifted on their end. I think this is the best way to describe, and I love this chart that Fatma put here, or you can find it in SofaScore and other analysis pages out there. But I just love it because it shows how much of the possession, how much of the attacking chances, how much creation, you know, how much intensity, how much part of the game is going to one side or the other. And in this case, it's all white. It's all Real Madrid throughout the entirety of kind of the best part of the first half. And then the second is basically the entirety of Real Madrid. Literally, the goal from Valencia, as you can see, comes from not even a moment of momentum for Valencia. There's not a single attack from Valencia there. And they came in with the goal. That's honestly surprising. I'm speechless from what Valencia has been able to achieve to bring out of the Bernabeu. And they have helped here Barcelona immensely. And I mean, to be honest, it's not like Real Madrid didn't have the opportunity to cement this game fairly early on. I mean, Vinicius Junior had an opportunity to score, and he missed a penalty. Let me see if I can find the penalty that he missed, because I want to see if it was saved or he actually missed it, because I did not see that. 1 second, please. Penalty in my book. That's a penalty on my book. Yellow card, isn't he? He's a different beast in the LaLiga. Completely a different beast. The problem with Mbappé is that he's not been able to replicate that in the Champions, you know? Because I just want guys to emphasize how crazy is it? Like, how out of nowhere this goal came. So, look at this. Baby are now on top. I mean, they're still on top, but with a bigger margin. We have such a big margin now, guys. Damn, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Let me tell you that. It feels good. So, I just wanna say now, with this, expecting what we saw from Real Madrid maybe here. Is La Liga over? Let's just talk about it a little bit. I think if Real Madrid continues to play like this, they're certainly going to be catching, or they're certainly going to be stumbling a little bit more than Barcelona. We want to see how Barcelona reacts, though, particularly for this next game. Because against Real Betis, it's not an easy game. I always said it. Betis is a game that it's always very open. No matter what happens, it's very open. But I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you that Barcelona can win that game, because the way that this team plays, if Flick manages to open the game. So at the end, it's harder. It's kind of this middle ground for Barcelona is much easier. Real Betis, Leganés, Celta de Vigo, Mallorca, and Real Valladolid. We're talking about 5 teams apart from Mallorca. I mean, Celta de Vigo and Mallorca are really good in the table right now. I kind of underestimated them. Damn, they're really good. But I mean, having 2 teams in the relegation zone with Real Valladolid and Leganés, and then Espanyol, for instance, were 16. Yeah, 3 teams of those. I think you could say that the tide shifts on their favor, right? Real Madrid have to face Celta de Vigo. Real Madrid have to face Deportivo Alavés, which is 1 in the relegation zone. They have to face Athletic Club after Arsenal. That's a tough match. They have to face Getafe, which Getafe is a tough opponent for any of the big teams, guys. Let's remember that. They are always very troublesome for the big teams. So I'm going to count in that as a difficult game. Let's see which other easy game perhaps they have. They don't have that, because then there's Celta de Vigo, then there's El Clásico in La Liga, then there's Mallorca, then there's Sevilla, then there's Real Sociedad, and then they finish. So Barcelona have more easier games per se than Real Madrid. Real Madrid only have that 1 game against Deportivo Alavés. Valencia was supposed to be this other easy game, but I mean, they scuffed it, guys. They scuffed it. They really, really did scuff. Ancelotti's, it's weird because this year, his win percentage is of course, is much less than that of last season. But you can see how much difference there is, right, with the terms of this Real Madrid side with the last one. You can improve on your players. You can buy the best player in the world in Mbappé, but that doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get a better team and a better dynamic. I think that's still Kroos missing is such a big gap on that midfield, and there's no creativity that damn, you're just missing out. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for me. I think Real Madrid stumbled a little bit here, and I can guarantee you, I think La Liga now is on Barcelona's hands. They have to focus now on the Champions League. They cannot lose on track on side for La Liga. It's 9 games to go for Barcelona, 8 games in La Liga's competition, the match days. Yeah, I think it's done. I don't know. I need to see what happens against Real Betis to call it done and dusted. See you on the next one. Take care. Ciao, ciao.